Yesterday, Honorable Speaker, there was an attempt to kill my 105-year-old father and 85-year-old mother.
Then the leader of majority says some gangs wanted to attack his father, who is 101 years, but he was not attacked.
Kenya kama kawaida, mambo ni mengi sana, muda ni mchache. Kuna video ya jana ambayo nilitoa ni kwa nini Riggyg Gachagua hakuweza kutokelezea katika maandamano. Ni dhahiri kabisa ameweza kumaliza Kenya Kwanza kwa mpigo moja katika interview ambayo ameifanya jana, kwa sababu kulikuwa na tetezi kubwa sana yeye ndio sponsor wa yale maandamano na angeweza kushikwa baadaye. So ili kuweza kuondokea ule mchezo Riggyg Gachagua ni former right deputy president ambaye ako bado na intelligence reports, bado anajua mengi kuhusu serikali. Aliweza kukaa chini, hata kwa interview alisema alikuwa tu amekaa tu chini kwake tu kujiangalilia tu jinsi ambavyo mambo yalikuwa yanachezwa. So muda tu mchache, one day after hiyo maandamano, wanasiasa walikutana katika bunge na michezo na sarakasi kama za kawaida kuweza kumudhihaki Riggyg Gachagua na viongozi wale wengine kama kina John Yoto, akina Medhu, ili kuweza kushikwa. Na watu kama Kimani Ichungwa, mbunge wa kule Kikuyu, alitoa sarakasi pale ambapo alisema babake alikuwa na attempt ya kuuliwa. Baba ambaye miaka aliweza kusema kwa kuweza kuhurumiwa miaka ya 105. Nataka tusikize hiyo respond ya Riggyg Gachagua jinsi ambavyo aliwamaliza kwa mchapo mmoja, na kwa hivi sasa hakuna reason hata moja ya kuweza kushika Riggyg Gachagua. Na Riggyg Gachagua alisema akiweza kushikwa sasa hata kuwa na control ya watu wake. So Riggyg Gachagua ni jamaa ambaye anacheza chini ya maji, na yale majibu ambayo aliweza kuyajibu jana, nataka tuyasikize. Ni majibu ya hali ya juu. Jamaa ako so intelligent na anajua ni nini anafanya katika ulingo wa kisiasa. Watch this video tukisonga.
Then the leader of majority says some gangs wanted to attack his father, who is 101 years, but he was not attacked. It was just an attempt, but he was not attacked. Yet the police station, the law courts are attacked. Higher, you go to Nyeri. They ban Naiva supermarket of some fellow there in Nyeri town. But the supermarket owned by the member of parliament for Kenny, there is an attempted attack, but it is not attacked because it is personal. It is not meant to be attacked. It's just something you are trying to do. Then you find here in Nairobi, at night, all businesses owned by people from the Mount Kenya region are attacked. Okay? You find that several businesses are attacked. Police are there. Nobody is arrested. Nobody is stopped. It's simply an onslaught on the community. Then the CS Interior comes and says, the goons in Nairobi were stranded, they were from Murang'a, they were from Nyeri, they were from Kirinyaga, trying to profile a community to show that this issue that happened in Nairobi was done by the people from the Kikuyu nation. Okay? Then the following day, go to Parliament. The scheme was turn the people of Central Kenya against Riggyg Gachagua and other leaders who are popular in the region. That is why they attack in Olkalau. People have told us in Olkalau, all the goons who are there, none of them is a local. Yet they did it, police never did any action. This thing was managed by government to target Kikuyu business premises. And then later, Moses Wetangula allowed a debate in Parliament for 2 hours to blame Riggyg Gachagua, to blame John Medhu, to blame John Kabushia, to blame Jane Kehara, to blame Mukonji, to blame all leaders who are popular in Central Kenya region, hoping and believing that the people of Central Kenya can believe that their leaders who are very popular and who are loved by the people had organized violence against them. This is what has happened. The people of that region are very enlightened as we speak today. And William Ruto drove a narrative and made the people of Central Kenya hate Uhuru Kenyatta. He said he's a drunkard, he's useless, he's this and that. And the people of Mount Kenya, I included, believed him. We turned against Uhuru Kenyatta and hated him. The people of that region have made a decision. They will never hate their leader. They will never turn against their leader. They have seen through that scheme that was done on Wednesday to target their businesses and then try to blame their leaders. Yeah, you know, even they were trying to say today, Kipchumba Murkomen was telling DCI, go and arrest Riggyg Gachagua, arrest Gakuya, arrest Major Dong, so that the Kikuyu people can believe that Riggyg Gachagua and Major Dong and Gakuya are the ones who touched property belonging to the Kikuyu. The Kikuyu people are very intelligent. William Ruto, the people see through you. You came and conned them. You turned them against their own son, Uhuru Kenyatta. You are not going to do it again. This time, they have seen through you. The government touched and raided businesses belonging to Kikuyu people on Wednesday, deliberately, under police guard, so that they can come and take the popular leaders in the region and blame them, hoping that they can hate Riggyg Gachagua, they can hate Medho, they can hate the other leaders, and prove back to William Ruto. William Ruto, let me tell you,
but there's been allegations,
whatever little chance that existed, that the mountain could ever listen to you. The events of Wednesday, of looting businesses owned by the Mount Kenya people, of torching them, of getting police to supervise the looting of their businesses, and then trying to blame their sons through Parliament. That thing in Parliament, it was a charity, because, Michelle, if Riggyg Gachagua has broken the law, it is not Parliament to say. You know, if Medho has broken the law, it is not Parliament to say. It is not Parliament to ask police to take action. If Kimani Ichungwa, his father, was to be attacked, does he go to cry in Parliament, or he goes and record a statement and say, Michelle or so-and-so came to attack my father? That was a stage money thing in Parliament to try to persuade the people of Mount Kenya that all the businesses that were looted at night under police formation, on the instructions of the government, they wanted to blame me and other people. We see through you, and I've told them, come and arrest me today. Go and arrest Gakuya, go and arrest Major Dom.
So you don't fear arrest?
We don't fear the arrest. But all I can tell them, the people of our region and our supporters kept quiet when they removed us from office. I am a very peaceful man. I asked my people, please don't take any action. You are very unhappy with what William Ruto has done to us as a community by taking our seat, by embarrassing us. Please just sing. But I am saying, I no longer have the control of my supporters. They are angry, and any attempt to harass us, any attempt to intimidate us, will be dealt with by the people. I can tell you,
right.
the mood on the ground.
From this,
the mood. I want to tell you. I want to say.
You mentioned. Mentioned that this is a plot to alienate the Mount Kenya region,
yes,
like he did
yes,
with Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
But what was your role in that? There are
I am saying
I have told led the campaign to alienate Uhuru Kenyatta, including the attack.
I have told you, William Ruto conned an entire community, I included.
So you were.
I have owned it up. I have apologized to the community. But I was not alone. He conned bishops. He conned reverends. He conned pastors. He conned all of us. He cannot do it a second time. This whole thing of Wednesday was a scheme by William Ruto to touch businesses belonging to the Mount Kenya people, loot them, and then try to blame it on their leaders so that they can hate us the way they hated Uhuru Kenyatta. Yeah?
But you have no evidence.
I am?
Do you have evidence?
That we have evidence. What evidence do you need, Michelle? These businesses were touched when police are watching. These policemen belong to the government. What other evidence do you need? I'm asking, since Wednesday, Michelle, how many goons have been arrested? Protesters in Kerugoya were arrested. 25 are taken to court. The goons who touched a supermarket in Kerugoya have not been arrested. The goons who touched things in Nyeri have not been arrested. The people who touched things here in Nairobi and looted, they have not been arrested because they cannot be arrested because they were sponsored by the government.
Sasa umeweza kuelewa jinsi ambavyo mchezo ulichezwa na katika bunge, jinsi ambavyo walijaribu kucheza kama wao. Nataka tusikize mbunge kama Osoro, jinsi ambavyo walikuwa nataka kucheza na words pale, kupiganisha pale Mount Kenya, kuonyesha kwamba kiongozi wao ni mbaya na kuweza pia kumvamia, because sasa sababu kubwa sana ya kutoa sarakasi zile ni ya kwamba aweze kushikwa na bado kusiwe na furugu, because wanaogopa isiwe ni kama wakati wa Raila Amolo Odinga. Huyo jamaa hangeweza kushikwa, and that's why till leo jamaa hajaishikwa tena. Ni ile tu kusumbuliwa, lakini kushika kiongozi kama yule ni noma. Na Riggyg Gachagua amejiweka katika ulingo wa Raila Amolo Odinga enzi zile, na maybe pia amepita kidogo. So sikiza hii video ya zile mipango tu za kuweza kushika Riggyg Gachagua. Watch this video.
What I saw in terms of looting and destruction of property has never been witnessed before, Honorable Speaker, and we call it by its name. But there are three things I'll speak to, Honorable Speaker. Number one, we need to review the police laws, Honorable Speaker. We need to find a way to guard our police officers from these anarchists that are emanating from all over. That is number one. We really must review that. Number two, if you can protect, Honorable Speaker, from
Honorable Kamene, you have the right to converse with your neighbors, but not to shout the way you are doing. Please keep your cool.
So, number one, Honorable Speaker, we need to review the police laws. We need to protect our police officers. Number two, we need to look into the question of pension or those officers, the retired officers who are pensionable, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Muturi earns more than 1 million shillings, Honorable Speaker, from the pension, from the taxpayer, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka earns a lot of money, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Maraga earns a lot of money. That law must be reviewed. They need not to earn when they are actively involved in such things, Honorable Speaker. Number three, Honorable Speaker, it's the question to the former Deputy President. You claim to speak for the Mount Kenya region. Now speak about the destruction of property. Speak about the loss of jobs. Talk about Naivas that was looted in Nyeri. Now talk about those young people that lost jobs in Nyeri. Talk about...
Elachi. Okay, give him a minute.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Talk about the lives lost. Now talk about the Kikuyu Law Court, Honorable Speaker, that was burnt down, Honorable Speaker. Talk about those people who are suffering, Honorable Speaker, when they were going home after doing their business, Honorable Speaker. They were being stalked by goons and they were being asked of money before they passed, Honorable Speaker. If this person speaks about, claims to speak about, for Mount Kenya people, this is the time we want to hear about those people who lost businesses in town, those people that have suffered, Honorable Speaker. And there is no question about it. Honorable Riggyg Gachagua must be arrested. And all the politicians that work under him, they should be arrested and investigated, because we know, we saw some of them moving around and claiming that they are supporting this movement called Gen Z, which is a lie, Honorable Speaker. There is no movement called Gen Z. These are criminals. There is nothing like that. There is nothing called Gen Z, Honorable Speaker. Those are people who are hiding behind a generation to loot and bring anarchy in this country, Honorable Speaker.
Elachi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to say that indeed it is very unfortunate as leaders to just see our country go. And indeed it is very sad that when you are in this house and you think the things that are happening outside there will not find you on the doorstep, then I think you've never remembered what happened in 2007, Mr. Speaker.
Kwa hayo mengi ama machache natimiza video yangu ya siku ya leo. Kama ni mara yako ya kwanza kufika hapa siku ya leo, make sure umesubscribe, like and share, ili napoenda kuwekea video kama hizi za kisiasa unakuwa kwanza kabisa kupopi na kupata uhondo wa siasa zetu nchini Kenya, Afrika na mzima, bila kuegemea saidi yote ukabila, siasa wala dini. Shumunsho Aisha Ales Gute, vida zimbisu next smart. Ciao ciao.
Asanteni sana na karibuni sana. Kwa majina yangu naitwa Kip Zakari. Kenya mambo ni mengi sana, muda ni mchache, na kama ni mara yako ya kwanza kabisa kufika hapa siku ya leo, mtazamaji mwenzangu, na kuomba uweze kusubscribe, like and share, inapoenda kuwekea video kama hizi za kisiasa unakuwa kwanza kabisa kupopin na kupata uhondo wa siasa zetu nchini Kenya, Afrika na dunia nzima, bila kuegemea saidi yote ukabila, siasa wala dini.